You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. How are you doing on this Free Flag Friday?
Not just Free Flag Friday, it's... Oh, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's Frankenstein Friday.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Free Flag Frankenstein Friday.
Because, we got the whole Halloween weekend here. It's going to be crazy.
It is. It's
going to be a crazy weekend. And strangely enough, coincidentally, or is it, it happens to be National First Responders Day.
I like that.
Love that.
These folks going to be busy, man, or police, fire, or EMTs.
Yeah. Yep.
People running around, costumes, getting all liquored up, being crazy, being all cray-cray.
Some of them do some not so smart things.
And that is just a fact, Jack. But yeah, we'll be giving a flag away in just a little bit here. Compliments Maximum Promotions, because that's just a cool thing to be doing.
It really is.
Celebrating birthdays today. Let's see. He is the smartest man in the world. Just ask him. And
is it my birthday?
Was good buddies with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh.
Bill Gates is 67. Bill Gates.
There you go.
All right.
Happy birthday, Bill.
And I'm never quite sure how to approach this, man, because I'm still sitting there in 1975 with my buddies, with the TV on, watching the Olympics going, this Bruce Jenner guy's insane.
Yeah.
Decathlon, breaking world records left and right. I'm buying that box of Wheaties because he's on it. Caitlyn Jenner technically is 7 today. Bruce is 73.
Okay. Wow. Happy birthday, Bruce and Caitlyn.
There you go. Yeah, he actually made his announcement in 2015.
Nice.
But did you know, because he's married to Kris Jenner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kris, Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it? But he actually had explained the whole thing to her 15, 20 years ago.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and they just hung out, and then they did a reality show together.
So, Heidi, I need to visit with you later today.
Well, honesty is the best policy. And frankly, I don't have any problem with Caitlyn or Bruce.
No, not at all.
Whatever, man, do your thing. Good for you.
You be you.
And let's see here. Finally, Julia Roberts is riding double nickels today. She is 55. There's a brand new movie out that the critics aren't loving. It's Ticket to Paradise. It's a rom-com, baby.
Oh, yeah.
With George Clooney.
Okay.
Have you seen the trailer?
No. We haven't seen
You see the trailer, it's
any
like
commercials.
I mean, they both have huge star power, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you think about it, they're kind of now technically old Hollywood already. Right? Both in the mid-50s. But it's like they go back and forth. Like, say it's a rom-com. They were married, then they're divorced. They can't stand each other. And it's like, nobody talks like this.
Yeah.
Nobody. It's just this quick, wicked back and forth.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but I suppose, it'll do bank, I'm sure. So
I'll bet.
happy birthday to Julia Roberts. And of course, she was married actually to Lyle Lovett for a couple of years, which was the best thing she ever did.
He's super talented.
He was just in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, a week ago.
Yeah,
over at the Pavilion.
I've not had Julia Roberts on the program, but I've had her brother on the program. I'm not kidding. Eric Roberts. She's also an actor.
Seriously, man, look at me.
I just like.
Why do you get out of bed in the morning?
I like sharing that because it makes Dan angry.
It baffles me.
It's really
absolutely baffles me. I've been in this business for 40 years, and if I got a call saying, "Hey, you want to talk to somebody's third cousin?" Honestly, no.
I love it.
I'm going to take a pass, but thank you very much. Historically speaking, huge day. It was 1858. R.H. Macy and Company opens their first store. First Macy's, 1858. 6th Avenue, New York City. Gross receipts for the day, $11.06.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That would equate to around $400 today.
Nice.
So think about that. First Macy's, first opening day, $11.06. Now over 500 stores nationwide, 130,000 employees.
Yeah.
And they do about $30 billion a year.
Jeez. They do all right.
And throw a heck of a parade on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite parades.
It
really is. It's in the top 10 list for sure.
Why am I coughing?
Sorry.
Number 2. No, I thought you were going to say you once interviewed the parade.
I did.
Somebody who had seen the parade
Hefty brothers
once.
When they went through that parade.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It was 1886, Statue of Liberty dedicated by then-President Grover Cleveland.
Yeah.
That ceremony also included the first ever ticker tape confetti parade
in
New York City.
I thought you were going to say the first ever appearance by Cher.
No. Yeah, she was there. It was 1919. This was huge, super controversial. Volstead Act passed by U.S. Congress. That established prohibition.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that was, even though that was vetoed by President Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Nation goes dry. You couldn't get a drink anywhere except everywhere.
Yeah. That's kind of the way it works, too, isn't it?
It was kind of the way it
You just couldn't get a
worked.
legal drink anywhere.
No, it was a pretty crazy time. So I hear, so I know, you know, we all know, we just bounce ahead.
Going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Sunny 93.3. I'm excited to chat right now with Angela, and she is the mother of a very famous character, Peep, from the Canaries. Angela, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, we're excited to chat with you. There is something that's happening right now on a national scale, and this is like election season for everybody, and it's election season for something kind of special with mascots as well. Tell me a little bit about what's happening.
It is election season, and this one's a fun one. This one's not going to cause any controversy, I don't think. The Mascot Hall of Fame, which is in Whiting, Indiana, just outside Chicago, is a fantastic, oh my gosh, children of all ages will love this place. If you like mascots, or just any kind of, well, if you like having fun, to tell you the truth, it's quite the place. But they have inductees every year, and which is a very special honor for mascots all over the country. And this year they just started a new thing, the Reggie Awards. And Peep for the Sioux Falls Canaries is actually nominated in 2 categories, which we're very excited about.
And this is something that people can actually go online and vote, and that's a really important thing to get on a vote, because if Peep gets enough votes, Peep will also be inducted. Is that right?
Well, that'll be a separate vote. This is just 2 of their awards. They have there are several categories this year, and he is nominated for Best In-Game Skit, which we did as Burt Reynolds night at the Sioux Falls Canaries, which I could tell you a little bit more about, which was very fun. And then he's also nominated for Best Community Impact, and that we did to promote reading with children.
And Peep is a child. Let's talk a little bit about Peep, because this, I think, is absolutely fascinating. Your son has been Peep how long?
So Peep started, the character was actually created for him when he was 4. He is now 13, going on 14. He just finished his 10th season.
I think that is absolutely fascinating. If somebody would like to vote, where do they go to vote? And then we're going to chat some more, but I want to make sure we tell them a couple of times how they vote.
Yes. So the voting is open now, and you can vote every single day through November 12th. Then they will tally the votes, and it is based 100% on the public voting. So,
and where do I go to do that?
You go on mascothallofFame.com, and right front and center, you'll click right on Vote for the Reggie Awards. And there are 2 categories, like I mentioned, and they're both minor league. You'll see Major League and you'll see Minor League in those same categories. But for Peep, what we had a player a few years ago named Burt Reynolds, and he was a fantastic sport. And with having such a unique name like that, we thought we better have Burt Reynolds night at the Birdcage. So it was really, really fun. People loved it. We actually kind of based it off of Smokey and the Bandit. So the mascots were dressed up as Burt with the cowboy boots, the mustache, the hat. We actually had a couple of cars out there. There's a gentleman in town that owns a car like Smokey and the Bandit. We really had a good time with it. Everybody learned, everybody under the age of 40 learned what a CB radio was. So, that was kind of fun, and they did some great dances. You can actually see the skit on mascothallofFame.com.
And I'll throw a link directly to that to make it easy to find at facebook.com/sunnyradio. And that'll also be the page that you'll go to do the actual voting.
Yes, you can actually do it right on there. And if you want to follow Peep, he's Mini Mascot on Facebook and Mini Mascot 1 on Instagram. And you can see all kinds of fun things he's done. But also, I wanted to tell you about the community impact part of it. The Sioux Falls Canaries Community Foundation has been very supportive of this. Peep, or I can't tell you his real name because they're anonymous, is actually dyslexic and was diagnosed when he was a second grader. So a big thing for Peep is to show other kids that it's okay. You can be different. And he's trying to promote reading with children. And one way he has done that, we've done a Peep hardcover book that was given out as a free premium at some games. And we've also given them to some school libraries. And then we also this season just did the Peep and KG activity book, which has jokes and crossword puzzles and word searches. And it encourages kids to read. If they read 5 books and get it signed by their parents, they can take it to the Canaries and get a free ticket.
Nice.
They can also go to Rainbow Cards and Collectibles and get a free comic book. And they can also go to Mary's Mountain Cookies and get a free cookie.
I love it.
So we're really trying to, promote reading things that are of high interest level and get kids, the more interested in their reading, the more it will help. And this is a cause near and dear to our hearts. And like I said, the Sioux Falls Canaries Community Foundation has been so huge in supporting this. And those are the two categories Peep is actually nominated for.
I'm going to throw a link with all the information so you can find it really simply, really easily at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Free Flag Friday?
Unfurling a beautiful 3-foot by 5-foot flag, complete with flagpole.
Yeah.
And the hardware.
Attach it right to your house.
Compliments of Mark, Sarah, and the whole darn team at Maximum Promotions.
I love
right
this
there on
promotion.
Northwest
Yeah,
Avenue.
me too.
I was out driving over the weekend, went down West Avenue.
Yeah.
And there it was, a gigantic flag.
It's beautiful,
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
Floating. Yeah, it's just kind of mesmerizing.
It is.
Great place. They do a fantastic job. This week's Free Flag Friday winner, Margaret Brower.
Yay!
Margaret.
Right.
Our dog's getting in on the act.
There you go.
She's cheering for you as well, Margaret.
Carol's rocking and rolling until the break of dawn. Honesty is the best policy, and just being honest, I think there's more room in the world for that.
Yeah.
Now, even though this guy is a rascal, a rapscallion, and an all-around probably not fantastic person, at least he's on a state line. Riviera Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Last week, a mother and a daughter who actually had a joint account credit card. Anyway, credit card went missing. They'd out been doing some shopping, blah, 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 blah. They go to report the thing. Well, then it turns out in short order, this thing starts sparking.
Oh.
This credit card's being used up and down the avenues.
Yikes.
Up and down the avenues. Liquor store purchases, gas station purchases, restaurant purchases. Bam, 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 going on and on and on. Well, police actually gleam onto a little surveillance footage.
Okay.
And they see a guy by the name of Corey Pate, 45 years old.
Okay.
He's dancing around with this card, whatever. Well, they got a glimpse of him, see what he's wearing. Anyway, a day or two later, they get a call from one of the same businesses, one of the employees going, hey, I think our guy is back.
Okay.
I think our guy is back. And he's rung up over $1,000 worth of stuff so far. It's small purchases, but he's doing a lot of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So there they are. Well, the police show up, and they find Mr. Pate. And they can tell because he's wearing the same sandals they saw in their surveillance footage.
Is it Crocs?
Right? He's not wearing Crocs. Only you wear Crocs.
Even criminals don't wear Crocs.
Even Corey has more class than that.
I'm just saying, could have been.
So here's the thing. They snag the card, and there it is. Yup, got it. And they asked him, why'd you do it, man? And Mr. Pate said, because I'm a thief.
Okay. Well,
And that's all he said. I'm like,
honesty is the best policy.
there was none of this, hey, it was my cousin's. I thought I
Right.
found it in my taxi cab, blah, blah. He just goes, I'm a thief. It's like,
That's what I do.
It was like, the country's probably most famous bank robber, Willie Sutton,
Yeah.
who was a legend. A reporter once asked him, why do you rob banks, Willie? And Willie just smiled and went, well, it's where the money is.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Good
here.
answer.
See, I tripped over that story and thought, just another credit card thief. But it's like, And then you have to consider Corey Pate's running around with a credit card with a female name on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, and this
Nobody
happened to
even
me,
noticed.
happened to me years ago.
Yeah, nobody looks.
I had my significant other's car. She gave me a car because I was doing some traveling at the time. Here, you're going to want this. Like, let's get your name on it.
Yeah.
I used that thing
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody
hundreds
looks.
of times.
Had the same thing.
I actually asked a manager in a bar or restaurant one afternoon. I was picking up the tab for some clients. They said, do you even look at that card?
Yeah.
Why? I said, look at the card. I said, do I look like, we just care if it clears.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
was
did
it.
not carry a credit card for years because I had a company card that had the name Wendy on it, and I used it in like 7 different states, and nobody ever even noticed. So it's like, I don't think I want a credit card. It's just crazy. So, very nice.
Interesting.
Well, Dan, thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a safe, amazing weekend because, it's going to get spooky around here. It's crazy, full-blown Halloween going on, which isn't until, Monday, technically.
Yeah.
But all the big bashes, I'm sure, are going on this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
It's going to be a busy weekend. Well, it is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, October 28th, 2022. Equities pulled back from the recent highs Thursday as the market braces for another hot PCE price index reading. The move confirms resistance below the 3,900 level and sets the S&P 500 up for another test of the recent low should the market not like the PCE data. As it is, the market is expecting the index to accelerate on a year-over-year basis from the previous month and come in just shy of a recent record. At these levels, the index will be at the highest reading in several decades and pointing to another aggressive FOMC interest rate hike. The next FOMC meeting is less than a week away. The November Fed meeting begins Tuesday and will culminate with a policy statement and a press conference Wednesday afternoon. The market is pricing in a near 100% chance for a 75 basis point hike, and it could come with hawkish commentary too if the PCE index is hotter than expected. The takeaway is that inflation is still driving the force of the market and is still a growing problem. You could get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.